Hello and welcome to today's Glutes 10 minutes. I am going to use a bag of rice, which is 1k, to put on my knee for the side glutes. I don't know whether this is the first time I've done it in the last 10 weeks of sessions, but it is a good one, so either way we can do it again. Hopefully I'm going to get this session in, because it does say we're going to get thunder and lightning at 12 o'clock today, and it is 10 past 12, and I've left the other two, the little ones, doing their homework. Just get my microphone. Left them doing their homework, and Lily just said to me after 3 days of learning about fractions, "Mummy, what's a fraction?" So I said, I'm going to go outside and film my 10 minutes. Okay, so lying on your side, come down flat to start with, tuck your bottom hip backwards, tuck your ribs backwards, scoop and tuck your bottom under, push your top knee away. So all of these pointers that I haven't gone on about quite so much recently, push that top knee away, try and extend this top waist a little bit, that's the funny bit, and try and create a little bit of a gap underneath the bottom waist. Don't get too stressed out about that bit. As long as you've got your bottom hip tucked back, your ribs tucked back and your bottom tucked under, then you're in a good position. Feet in line with your bum, and just stretch that arm down with the weight, the rice, the sugar, the hand weights, the arm weights, whatever you want to call them, and then we're just lifting that top knee. Good. So with that little bit of weight on top, you get a little bit more of a workout through that glute. Good. Keeping your feet together. Try not to push up out of that bottom foot there. That's what some people do. I find myself doing it a little bit as well. Good. And keep breathing. Good. I've got my fingertips stretched out. I'm trying to get that weight as far down that leg as I possibly can. So it's quite far down the lever. Good. All right. Now feet up to hip height. And continue. Keep scooping in your tummy. Your abs can get involved with this workout. Good, and can even slide that hand up and down, especially when you've got a bag of rice, because it sits on your knee quite happily there. Good, you can do these without the weight, so if at any point along the way you're thinking, quite like to get rid of that, then do. Drop the bottom leg down, firmly plant it into the floor, and then the top leg forwards and backwards. The knee comes towards the chest and back. This is where you've got to really work through your middle to try and keep as strong as you can, so it's not moving forwards and backwards as the leg's moving. So middle still, leg moving. Good. Stretch the leg out. Hopefully you can still keep that weight on your knee. If you've got a hand weight, you might actually grasp your hand around it. If you've got cooking ingredients like me, you might be able to balance it on there a little bit easier. Good. The weighted balls are really good, so if anyone's gone out and purchased those, they're pretty good. Just some sand. Good. You might be able to do forwards and backwards here, just small. The bigger ones will be a bit harder to hold the weight on your knee. Good. Nice. We're going to repeat that on the other side. It's a bit burny. Okay. Other side. Down on the floor. We are going to be repeating these up on the elbow, so we're going to do a repetition both sides up on the elbow with similar exercises. Always on the second side, make sure you're strict as well. You tuck that bottom hip back, tuck the ribs back, scoop and tuck the bottom under, feet in line with your bum, weight down the end of that thigh, and lifting the knee. Good. The second side always feels a little bit harder because you have been working it a little bit by pushing down into it. Good. Try and breathe relaxed. And do these whatever speed you would like to do them. They don't have to do them as fast as me. This is the natural speed that I tend to slip into as I'm doing these exercises, but you can do them a little bit slower if you would like. Feet up to hip height and go again. If you're struggling to keep the positions, and if you feel like you're feeling it elsewhere other than in that hip glute, then you may want to do it without the weight. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Good. Bottom leg down, top leg forwards and backwards. Lovely temperature and light to film in today. I was really struggling with the light yesterday, the sun in my eyes. I don't really like to film in sunglasses if I can. Feels a bit strange. Trying to keep your waist as still as possible. Stretch that leg out. Pull the toes up if you like. I like that stretch down the back of the leg when I pull the toes up. And then pulse up and down. Good. You can be down here, but actually that takes your hand away from the weights. Keep scooping in through the tummy. Good. Now the forwards and backwards again. You can't get away from these exercises as great ones to activate the glutes. Great to do just before you do a run or something like that to get your glutes firing. Someone told me yesterday that they've been getting knee pain and then they started doing these ones before a run and they didn't get any knee pain during the run, so that's useful, isn't it? Lots of people get knee pain because their glutes aren't working properly. Stop there. What's up? Okay. So now we're going to come up onto the elbow and do a very similar series of exercises you'll be glad to hear. Push up out of that shoulder, scooping in through your tummy, bottom hip tucked back, and then you've got to make all of this middle section as strong as possible. Weight on the knee. I think I always end up taking that elbow back a little bit, so feel free to do that and see how you feel. Good. Lifting that top knee. Good. So this brings the exercise into a bit more of a whole body exercise. Make sure your breathing is relaxed and the speed that you choose is right for you. You can speed up and slow down at any point. I do give you guys lots of options, don't I? See how kind I am. Good. You have come here through your free will anyway. Oh, feet up. Now that really feels like it twists the body. And keep going, keep pushing up out of that shoulder. It's a little bit easier to reach the weight down the leg as well. Gosh, it's been a noisy 10 minutes for trains today. Keep drawing in your tummy. Good. Bottom leg down, top leg forwards and backwards. This is where you've really got to keep your middle strong with that waggling leg forwards and backwards. Stretching out, pulse up and down. Stay strong. Good. Forwards and backwards. Not too big, but nice and controlled through your middle. Lovely. Other side. Finished.
Wait a minute, my mum's just helping me with my homework for a minute.
Okay, I'm back. So on the other side, up onto the elbow, tuck the hip back, scoop in your tummy, push out of the elbow, weight on the top knee, lift that top knee, draw in your tummy. Good. I'm glad for these interruptions today. Glutes are firing, burning, all of that. Good. So you will be feeling a little bit more through the full leg as well. I don't want it to be burning through the leg. The leg should just feel tired, but any burning should feel like it's happening in the glute. And nothing too fiery, because that might mean there's something going wrong there. So be careful. Feet up and go again. Good. Draw the shoulders down, push up out of that elbow, embrace the burn. Good. Brilliant. Bottom leg down, top leg forwards and backwards. Good. This is where your waist has to stay strong. I can't say that too many times. I say it every time. Nice. Stretch that leg out, pulse up and down. Keep breathing, pushing up and away. Good. And forwards and backwards. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. I have one more exercise without the weight for us to do today, just to finish things off. So on your side, we're going to be down for this one. Straighten out the bottom leg, bend the top leg, keep the bottom hip tucked back, and then just lifting that top knee, just embracing being able to lift the knee further than a lot of the other exercises. Nice big movement without rocking that top hip back, so the toes are tucked behind the knee. On the other side. Lovely. Over to the other side. You can just roll over onto the other side if you want to. I'm going to keep facing the camera, ideally. Bottom leg stretched out, top leg bent, toes tucked behind the knee. Lifting that top knee. Drawing in the tummy. Good. All right, sitting up. As always, the best way I've found to stretch off those parts of the glutes that we've been working today is crossing your legs and bending forwards. So Charlotte, yesterday you've mentioned, thank you for all your comments by the way, but you've mentioned with the abs that you're feeling a burning just underneath the ribs there. Some people are a bit more dominant through this part, and what you've got to do is just keep working to draw in. It's all right to feel pain through underneath the ribs, because that's where the abs attach. But you have got to draw in as much as you can. You could even use your hands to push down through here just to protect that top bit of the abs. But it usually means that you're a bit more dominant in the outer, stronger six-pack type abs rather than the deep ones inside. And it may mean that you've got to spend a little bit more time focusing in on the lower abdominals, so just the simpler exercises. Lowering one knee out, those kind of things, just to get the deep ones firing, which we didn't do yesterday quite so much, so that could have been why. But anyway, feel free to ask me lots of things in the comments. I'm always here to answer your questions. It may take me a little bit of time. And thank you for joining me again. I'll see you tomorrow for the next body part. What do I usually do next? I think it's back or legs or arms, whatever. We'll do the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.